Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here. Despite being inspired by a manga published in the late 80s, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure seems to be a hot trending topic right now. I've seen it all over my Facebook newsfeed, people are talking about it in nearly every YouTube comment section, whether the video's about Jojo or not, and Jojo memes are all over the place. Luckily, the first season of the Jojo anime series is quite cheap on DVD, so I've purchased a copy and decided to review the first and second arcs of this season as two separate videos, starting with the first arc, Phantom Blood. Whoa. The Phantom Blood arc of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is set during 1800s England, and centres on a young gentleman called Joseph Joestar. Although he may be wealthy and privileged, he has a noble heart and strong ethics. However, his life is changed upside down once his father adopts the spiteful and vindictive Dio. The two struggle to get along as Dio bullies and torments his foster brother. Years pass, and Dio ends up using a dangerous mask to give him the power of immortality. Dio plans to dominate the world by turning everyone in existence into his zombie slaves. It's up to Jojo and his flamboyant Italian mentor, Zeppeli, to use the powerful energy of Harmon to take down the frightening vampiric force of Dio, while Jojo's plucky sidekick Speedwagon tags along for support. This show is in the same vein as such beloved hyper-masculine action anime as Dragon Ball Z and Fist of the North Star. The series embraces its roots with campy glee, having plenty of fun with its wildly insane level of violent action. It really is at its best when it's aware of its melodramatic goofiness, presenting us with some over-theatrical dialogue and ridiculous imagery. The decision to set it in wealthy Victorian England is great too, because then we get to see these men with exaggerated beefcake designs in refined suits, acting all distinguished and regal. It's more than amusing to observe. It's like watching Pride and Prejudice on steroids. Its characters also fit nicely into the style and tone of the show too, with Jojo making for an inspiring hero with relentless determination and courage, Speedwagon being adorably supportive of Jojo like a lovesick fanboy, Zeppeli giving us some of the show's most amusingly campy moments, and Dio serving as a clever and manipulative villain who chews the scenery.
Would you not care to enjoy your youth and beauty for all eternity? Fret not, my dear. I shall not force my friendship upon you like others might do. You control your life. You hold your destiny in your own hands.
You fiend.
Eh? How's that again?
However, I can only apply these compliments and praises to the show when it uses its campy and over-the-top tone in its favour. Yeah, whenever the series tries to get dark and brooding, then its overall tone starts to suffer and I disconnect. I honestly can't take the show seriously, and when it asks me to, I suddenly have to switch on my brain and start asking questions. Like, why doesn't Speedwagon contribute to more fights instead of commentating on everything we can already see? It makes him almost pointless during dangerous battles. It's not like this is a tournament arc and he's safely tucked into the sidelines with a microphone. He's in the middle of the fights without the gift of Harmon energy to defend himself or help his comrades.
Always on the bleeding sidelines! I'm powerless! There's nothing I can do to help!
Sure, fans can connect with his reactions to the fights, and his supportive energy is certainly uplifting, but it's annoying that he can't contribute to fights physically, especially when lives are on the line, including his own. Of course, he's one of the unlucky few not to be gifted with Harmon energy, I understand that, but surely he can be given some kind of advantage to help chip into the battles, because he just ends up feeling like a third wheel during fights. I mean, a cheerleader is great and all, but a vampire is trying to take over the world. Why is Dio's motive so bland and uncreative? It's just tired old world domination. Also, why does Jojo have to be inherently amazing at utilizing Harmon energy? It just makes his development and training boring because nothing much needs improving. But most of all, at one point, why is an annoying little brat thrown into the story? He just gets in the way and does dumbass things. Sure, he serves as a tour guide briefly, but he overstays his welcome, puts himself in danger, and has a whiny Cockney voice.
Oh no! This is all so frightening, I think I wet myself!
When the show is entertainingly silly and tongue-in-cheek, then I can look over its shortcomings and even ignore these questions. But when it starts to get angsty, serious and somber, then I'm forced to notice the gaping problems that it has, because it's asking me to stop having mindless dumb fun and start thinking carefully. I know that this show is based on a very old manga, so its ideas and storytelling are bound to be a bit dated, but an adaptation doesn't have to be 100% faithful. It has the opportunity to improve on the source material's faults. At the end of the day, making a good show is way more important than treating the manga as sacred text to follow word for word. I don't think Jojo's Bizarre Adventure works as a serious dark series, but as a goofy off-the-wall action show, it certainly has plenty of potential. I'm told that these polarizing tonal shifts aren't present in future Jojo arcs, and I'm glad because I want to see a version of this show that's consistently ridiculous and campy. I'm having mixed feelings about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure after watching the first arc, but I'm hoping that the things I liked about it are expanded in the next arc, Battle Tendency, which I plan on reviewing soon. Just please be patient because there's going to be a lot of episodes for me to get through, and I have all these other videos to do on the channel too, so please be patient. Cheerio, folks.